Okay, so today we will do Much Ado About Nothing. It's a very popular play of William Shakespeare, and it is included in the first folio, which was published in 1623. Okay, so now let's get into the plot. Before we get into the plot, let us understand the characters. Let's learn about the characters, and when we learn about the characters, it will be very easy for us to remember the story. All right, to understand and remember the story. See, the characters, I have divided them into two groups so that it is easier for us to comprehend whatever is going on in the play. Otherwise, it will be very complicated. The first group is Hero, Beatrice, and Leonato. Leonato is the governor of Messina, and Hero is Leonato's daughter. Beatrice is Leonato's niece. And the other group is Don Pedro, Claudio, and Benedict. Don Pedro is the Prince of Aragon, Claudio is the Lord of Florence, Benedict is the Lord of Padua. Don Pedro, Claudio, and Benedict, they come to visit the governor of Messina, who is Leonato. Okay, they are friends, all right. They have come to Leonato before also, and they have come again. And there was a war going on, and it ended, so they have come to spend some joyful and peaceful time in the household, in Leonato's household. See, about Beatrice and Benedict. Benedict and Beatrice are like the central characters. The other characters are also important, like Hero and Claudio also important, but Beatrice and Benedict take the center stage. Okay, Beatrice and Benedict are very playful, all right. They are very witty. They keep teasing each other. They cannot without commenting on each other. The moment they see the other one in the same room, they start their banter. Okay, and it is enjoyed by everyone except them because they keep on fighting, quarreling, having silly fights. All right. Okay, so during the stay, Don Pedro, who is the Prince of Aragon, he noticed that Claudio is quite interested in Hero. Okay, Hero is completely opposite to Beatrice. All right, she's not like Beatrice. Hero is like this calm, soft spoken. She doesn't talk much. All right, she's like very modest and shy kind of character. All right, and Beatrice on the other hand is very feisty. She's lively, playful. All right, so they are quite opposite to each other, but they are very good friends, Beatrice and Hero. Okay, so while they are stay in Messina, Don Pedro noticed that Claudio has taken a liking to Hero. He was totally enamored with Hero. Hero was this beautiful lady, right? She is very ladylike, she is very classy, and Claudio loved that about her. And Don Pedro noticed it. And Hero was also silently, she also liked Claudio, all right. So when Don Pedro asked Claudio about it, then Claudio said that yes, he is interested, and he would love it if Don Pedro goes and takes his proposal to Leonato. And when Don Pedro proposed that Claudio wants to marry Hero, Leonato was very happy. He was very content with Claudio being his son-in-law. Okay, he did not oppose it at all. He was happy. He was very excited about their marriage. And after a few days, Don Pedro has been noticing Beatrice and Benedict also. They are very like Tom and Jerry, fighting all the time, but he could see only he could see a underlying tension, chemistry going on between them. Okay, and he suggested to Claudio that what if we pair Benedict and Beatrice? And Claudio and Leonato was appalled. They could not even imagine Benedict and Beatrice ever as lovers. They couldn't imagine it because Beatrice and Benedict are they cannot, without their silly fights, they are fighting 24/7. They cannot fathom them as lovers, right? They're loving each other, caring for each other. Cannot imagine that scenario between Benedict and Beatrice. But Don Pedro convinced them that yes, there is something between them that they also have not realized about them, and that they can do something about it so that Beatrice and Benedict realize that they are made for each other. So Claudio and Leonato they were quite confused. They asked what can they do, to make Beatrice and Benedict realize that they are made for each other. Then what Don Pedro did that he planned something. He called in Claudio, Leonato, and Hero, and then he told them that he will make them, he will trick them into falling in love with each other. When Claudio inquired, how will we do that? And Don Pedro said that they will make each other believe that they are in love with each other. All right. So it was so Don Pedro told Claudio that he must make Benedict believe that Beatrice is in love with her, and then Hero must make Beatrice believe that Benedict is in love with her. Okay. So the next day, what Claudio and Leonato did is that they saw that Benedict was reading in his reading room, and they took position just outside their room. Okay, he cannot see them, but he can hear them very well. So Claudio started talking to Leonato, saying that first they talk about some mundane things, and then he suddenly remarked that he asked Leonato that is it true your cousin really loves Benedict? That spiked Benedict's interest. Okay, he started to give interest in their conversation. He started to show it eagerly. And then Leonato said, yes, he's very interested in Benedict, and I know this because she talks about it all the time to Hero, and she's very much in love with it. Her arrogance and her comments against him are just a show in order to not reveal her true feelings. Okay, Benedict was shocked. He could not believe what he was hearing. He could not believe that Beatrice was really interested in him. And then he heard Claudio talking about all the good qualities Beatrice had, and then Benedict started thinking about it more and more, and he was very happy about it. He thought now he started thinking about all the good qualities she has. Okay, otherwise he only gave focus on all the negative things that she had, and he was always angry with her. But now that he is tricked into thinking that she is interested in him, he started thinking very positive of her. Okay, and the same thing Hero also did. Okay, Hero, what she did is that when she called her friends Margaret and Ursula, and then she asked Ursula to call Beatrice and to make her wait somewhere where she can clearly hear Hero and Margaret talking about her and Benedict. Okay, so Ursula hurriedly went, then she brought Beatrice to the orchard, and then so that she can hear Hero and Margaret talking. Okay, Hero and Margaret are already talking about Benedict and Beatrice, so that it feels like she has barged in the middle of their conversation. So Hero was telling Margaret that Benedict is so in love with Beatrice. Beatrice does not understand his feelings. She's so rude to him. She was going on and on about it. All right, he's in love with her. He's such a fine gentleman. She was praising him in all superlatives. All right, he's such a good man. Why is she not paying him attention? She's so dumb. I cannot even tell her about his love because then she will make fun of him. He is such a good guy for her. These and that, they kept talking about it, and now Beatrice also was shocked. Her world turned upside down. She was very confused. She was like, then why does he fight with me? She was thinking, and she was going on in the same direction as Benedict is. Okay, then after that they started behaving very nicely to each other. Okay, and slowly what Don Pedro envisioned started coming true. They started becoming very soft to each other. The insults when they stopped insulting each other. The quarrels came down, the banters came down. Instead of all these, there were these lovey-dovey stares, these lovey-dovey addressing to each other. They started behaving like lovers. Okay, and Don Pedro, Claudio, they could not believe the happy change. Okay, and in a few days, Claudio and Hero was to be married. Okay, so now there is the plot twist coming. Okay, now Don Pedro's brother, who is Don John, he is the villain of this story. Don John did not love his half brother Don Pedro, and that is why Don John didn't like his friends as well, Claudio and Benedict, and he did not want his plan, Don Pedro's plan of marrying Hero and Claudio, Benedict and Beatrice, to come true. So what he did is that Don John planned to break Claudio and Hero's marriage. Don John hired Borachio to to bring in a confusion, to bring in some confusion between Hero and Claudio. All right, he instructed them to. He instructed Borachio to talk to. Borachio also hired this Hero's friend Margaret. All right, so Don John ordered them to talk to each other in the middle of the night from Hero's room. Margaret was to wear Hero's clothes, and then she was to talk to Borachio in the middle of the night, so that it looks like Hero is talking to some guy at midnight. Okay, Don John went and he was complaining about Hero to Claudio. Don John tried to discourage Claudio from marrying Hero. Okay, but Claudio was not hearing it. He fully trusted Hero. Okay, then Don John challenged him that tonight he will prove it that Hero is not of good character. Claudio did not believe him, but then he decided that he will go and check it just once. So as planned, at the dead of the night, at midnight, in his room wearing Hero's dress, she was leaning out of her window and talking to Borachio. Okay, and from afar it looks like Hero is talking to someone. And when Don John took Hero and when Don John took Claudio to see this spectacle, he could not believe himself. He could not believe his eyes, and then he decided right then that he will break off his marriage with her in the altar. So next day, when in the altar, he accused her of many things and he broke off their marriage. All right, Hero was shocked. She was called all these names. She could not believe her ears and she fainted. Leonato was crying. Her father, he could not take it. And then Claudio, Don Pedro left. All right, Benedict didn't know about all this and he was shocked to hear this. All right, and then the guy who was supposed to marry Hero and Claudio, the pastor, he was a very wise guy. Okay, he could see that Hero was innocent from her face, from the reactions. He could say to, so he told Leonato that see, you tell them that she died. Okay, because when people hear that someone they love has died, their anger cools down, and then they can think, they can understand, they can comprehend things, they can question their deeds. All right, they can introspect then. So Leonato agreed. Beatrice was persuading Benedict to kill Claudio. All right, Leonato was enraged. He called for a duel with Don Pedro and Claudio, but they denied because Leonato was not old, right? Was old. Benedict also challenged them to a duel, and Don Pedro and Claudio was talking to each other about Benedict's call for duel when a policeman came, and then he brought in Borachio. Okay, because Borachio was overheard telling this plan to someone else, and then Borachio revealed everything about Don John, about Margaret, and how he made her wear Hero's dress and talk to him. And Claudio could not believe his eyes. He was shocked that he had killed Hero by his accusations. He was devastated, and then he went and asked for forgiveness from Leonato. Leonato told him that you will have to marry now another niece of his who looks like Hero, but that was Hero only, and he agreed. And the next day he found out that he was married. This is the end of it.